20th. For joining us, I'm Steve McMurray. Gary is off today.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
A lot to get to this morning, and it's going to start out pretty nice, but then reality will set back in, right?
Yes. So we are going to be seeing dry weather today. It's going to still be in the 60s, but then rain does come in tonight, and it will rain for the weekend.
All right, well, it happens.
Yes.
We had a pretty good run so far.
Yes, we did. So let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. We're starting out warmer this morning because clouds moved in last night and kept us warm. We have 54 degrees in Whitesboro and 55 degrees in Cooperstown. Today we'll still be in the 60s. We will be mostly cloudy with peaks of sunshine. So here's a look at our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We will be dry for most of the day, but as we can see, the area around us is becoming a little bit unsettled. It looks like the rain will hold off until this evening. It looks to come in later tonight, and it will be widespread to start for both tonight and tomorrow. Then on Sunday, we're just seeing a few showers, but it's going to cool down a lot, and it's going to be windy, so it's going to feel pretty chilly heading into Sunday and Monday. So today, expect temperatures still in the 60s, more clouds than sun, and a little bit windy. I will talk a little bit more about this weekend's rain coming up, Steve.
All right, Hannah, thank you. And don't forget that Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, developing this morning,
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. We are going to be dry for most of today. The chance of some rain does come in later, but it looks to wait until after dark. So we can see here 11 p.m. some scattered showers, and then more probable overnight into the day on Saturday. So tomorrow it is going to be more widespread and more consistent throughout the day, and then we just see a few showers Sunday as it is clearing out. But we will continue to drop in temperature. So we'll be in the 50s tomorrow, just the 40s on Sunday, and it does get windy as well. So I would say Sunday is going to feel a bit chilly, but that won't last for long. We'll warm up into next week once again. So if you were going to any high school football games tonight, it should be fine at kickoff. It should be mostly dry still at that point with cloudy skies, but then at halftime we may be seeing a few showers, so maybe bring the umbrella or the rain jacket just in case. Steve.
All right, and that's football weather, especially this time of year. Thanks a lot, Hannah. Well, News Channel 2 is staying on
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out dry with mostly cloudy skies for this morning. The rain looks to wait to move in until later this evening. So let's take a look now at downtown Utica. Cloudy skies, but dry conditions to start. We're also a lot warmer this morning than the past few mornings. Our temperatures are in the 50s. And then once again, here's a look at our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are dry, but the area around us is starting to turn a little bit unsettled. We are going to be seeing rain moving in after dark tonight and for the weekend due to a low pressure system moving up the coast. But for today, we'll be seeing a few peaks of sunshine, and it is going to get a little bit windy. We're warmer to start, though. Our temperatures are in the 50s, 55 degrees in Utica, 53 degrees in Whitesboro, and looking to the south, 56 degrees in Cooperstown, with highs today still on the warmer side in the 60s. But once again, it gets windy today, and it stays windy through this whole unsettled weather system moving in. It will be windy tomorrow, and it will be the windiest on Sunday. But then we'll start to see that wind die down heading into next week. So widespread rain comes in tonight, and it will be widespread for tomorrow in the 50s. But Sunday, it's going to be much cooler and windy with a few light showers. Temperatures just in the mid-40s for the high temperature on Sunday. So with this rain coming in, it doesn't look like too much. On Saturday, we are going to be seeing a total of about ½ an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain. We could see here on one of our models. And then with Sunday, it looks like we're just going to be receiving a quarter, maybe a little bit over of an inch of rain on Sunday. So once again, the heavier rain on Saturday and just a few scattered showers into Sunday, but we'll really cool down Sunday and Monday. We'll just be in the 40s on Sunday and the low 50s Monday. So those will be the two coolest days coming in. But the good news is that doesn't last long. If we look ahead into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're back in the 60s for the high temperature. So for today, we will be dry with a few peaks of sunshine. It just gets windy. We'll be in the 60s though, so we'll be still on the warmer side. But then as we head into this evening and tonight, those clouds increase again, and we will be seeing some showers come in for overnight, and the rain does continue for most of the day tomorrow. It will be windy and we'll be in the 50s tomorrow throughout the day. So today, we're still going to be dry, a few peaks of sunshine. It's just going to start to get a little bit windy. We'll be in the 60s, and that rain does arrive tonight with the low in the 50s. Tomorrow, that rain will be widespread throughout the day, and we will just be seeing scattered showers on Sunday, but will be much cooler and windy on Sunday. The good news is that that cool weather doesn't last long. We'll warm back up into the 60s next week, Steve.
All right. Well, we knew it was coming, so you got one more nice day, into this evening, and then.
Yes.
So you will feel less guilty on Sunday about watching football. If
Yes,
it's
to
gonna
stay
rain.
inside.
But again, please, Making Strides Breast Cancer Awareness Walk is Sunday, so encourage you to go out to that. Just prepare for the weather. All right, time now is 5:21. Still ahead on for joining us. I'm Steve McMurray. Gary Liberatore wraps up his vacation today.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Did you know how she smiled when I said Gary wraps up his vacation? Very excited he's coming back.
Yes,
It's always
I am.
good to have Gary back.
Yes,
So.
I love Gary.
Well, no offense. But
No, I like you too.
anyway, the weather, it's good today, but this weekend looks a little dicey.
Yeah, so today's still fine. It's just going to get windy. And then this weekend, we're seeing rain tomorrow. It's just going to be cool and windy on Sunday. So we're cooling down a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be a true late fall weekend.
Yes,
Oof.
it is.
All right.
So let's take a look now at our temperatures this morning. We're still on the warmer side to start. We're in the 50s, 55 degrees in Cooperstown and 53 degrees in Richfield Springs and in Whitesboro. Today we'll reach the 60s, so it's still going to be a warmer day today, and it's still going to be dry for most of the day. This is our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar, but it is going to get a little bit windy, and that rain does arrive this evening. So just watch out that the rain arrives tonight, and it continues to be widespread tomorrow. But then after tomorrow, we'll just see scattered showers for Sunday with a big cool down coming in. So today, expect warmer weather still. We'll be in the 60s with some sun and windy conditions. I will talk a little bit more about the rain this weekend coming up, Steve.
All right, Hannah, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. In a primetime Oval Office.
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. Today we're still going to be in the 60s, but then we'll slowly drop in temperature. 50s tomorrow, 40s on Sunday, but then we'll slowly increase again next week. We're still going to be chilly on Monday, but Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, it looks like we will be back in the 60s. This is because a low pressure system comes in this weekend and it cools us down. So for tomorrow, that widespread rain will come in for the day. It will be in the 50s, and then we're just going to be seeing a few lighter showers on Sunday, but it's going to be chilly and windy just in the 40s heading into Sunday. So I would just be careful driving when driving over areas of wet leaves. The stopping distance is going to be longer because the leaves cause a loss of traction on the car sometimes. Just be careful of that when driving, especially tonight, tomorrow, and then Sunday. Steve?
All right, very good advice, Hannah, especially if it's going to get that windy. Those leaves will be coming down. Well, with the weather beginning to change, Assemblywoman Mary.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
And the time now is 5:46. Time to welcome the newest members of our Morning Mug Club, brought to you by Holland Farms
New
Bakery.
York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with cloudy skies this morning, but today we will still be dry and mild with temperatures in the 60s. So let's take a look now at downtown Utica. Mostly cloudy skies to start. We will be seeing peaks of sunshine throughout the day, and it's still going to be warmer, but it does get windy ahead of some unsettled weather coming in. So here's a look at our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. Once again, dry, and we will be dry for today, but as we can see, there is unsettled weather just around us. as there's a low pressure system moving up the coast that will bring in some rain that does arrive this evening. We're warmer this morning to start. We're in the 50s, 55 degrees in Utica, 54 degrees in Deansboro, and looking to the south, 56 degrees in Cooperstown, 52 degrees in Skenevis. We're still going to be warmer today with temperatures reaching the 60s, but it does get a bit windy and it stays windy through the weekend, with the windiest day being on Sunday. That's due to this low pressure system, but then once things clear up, that wind will start to die down heading into Monday. So it looks like the rain comes in tonight. It will be heavier and widespread for tomorrow as our temperature slowly starts to drop. We are not going to be seeing as much rain on Sunday compared to Saturday, just some lighter scattered showers, but it's going to be much cooler and it's going to be windier. Highs just in the 40s on Sunday. So if you were going to the breast cancer walk on Sunday, just make sure you dress accordingly. I would dress warmer because it is just going to be in the 40s with that wind. So on Saturday, altogether, looks like we could be seeing about ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain. And then with Sunday, just about 1/4, maybe a little bit over 1/4 of an inch of rain for Sunday. And then we'll dry out Sunday night and we'll be dry heading into Monday. So we're really going to cool down over the next couple of days, just in the 40s Sunday, just near 50 Monday, but then won't last for long. Will warm back up into the lower to mid 60s for the middle of next week. So today we are going to be seeing some sun. It's just going to be a little bit windy ahead of this unsettled weather and we'll be in the 60s. And as we head into this evening, we will be seeing that rain move in. Overnight lows tonight only in the 50s, and tomorrow we will stay in the 50s for the day. Will be windy with widespread rain persistent throughout the day. So for today, some sun, 60s, a little bit windy, and tonight that rain does move in with the low in the 50s. We'll stay in the 50s for tomorrow with that rain continuing. Scattered showers continue on Sunday, but it's going to be much cooler and windy. We'll warm up again next week. Steve.
All right, so get out there and enjoy it today, and it's going to turn very quickly tonight, late tonight, tomorrow. But again, all good things must come to an end.
Yes.
Maybe it'll, maybe little breaks on Sunday, especially.
Yes.
We'll see. All right, thanks a lot, Hannah. Shocking video released Friday. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve McMurray. Gary is off today.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
We have a lot to get to this morning, but the last day of decent weather before a dicey weekend. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay.
So today will be fine. It's just going to get windy, but it's still going to be warm. And then rain comes in tonight. It will rain through the weekend. But next week, like middle of the week, it gets warmer again. So it should get a little bit better.
All right. Just got to power through.
The weekend, yes. So let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. We are in the 50s, so we're a bit warmer this morning. 55 degrees in Cooperstown, 53 degrees in Whitesboro and Richfield Springs, and we are dry. We will stay dry for most of today. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The unsettled weather with the rain looks to move in later this evening. So it does arrive tonight. It continues through tomorrow, being widespread. And we just see a few showers Sunday, but we're going to be much cooler and windy heading into Sunday. And then we'll be cooler on Monday as well. So today, expect warmer weather. We'll be in the 60s, a little bit windy with some sun. And I will talk more about that rain moving in coming up, Steve.
All right, Hannah, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, developing this morning, 8 local businesses.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. We are going to be dry for most of today, and then we do see the chance of some scattered showers coming in this evening, and the rain is going to be more probable overnight into Saturday. That's when it looks to be widespread. Then heading into Sunday, it turns back into scattered showers. So the heavier rain will be tonight and tomorrow. Scattered showers Sunday, but Sunday it's going to be much cooler, just in the 40s for the high temperature. It's also going to be windy. So if you were going to any high school football games tonight, at kickoff, it should be okay and still mostly dry at that point. But then halftime, it is possible to see some showers. So maybe bring an umbrella or a rain jacket just in case. Steve.
All right, and some big football games tonight. Well, more on that later. News Channel 2 staying on the story. We're learning more.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with cloudy skies this morning, but we are mild and we are going to be warmer and dry throughout the day. So let's take a look at downtown Utica. Cloudy skies to start. We are in the 50s and today will remain dry with rain arriving later. So here's a look now at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Once again, we will be dry for most of the day, but we will be seeing clouds increase throughout the day and it will get a little bit windy. That's due to the low pressure system moving up the coast, but that rain does look to hold off until later this evening. Our sky watchers have us in the 50s this morning, so much warmer than the past couple of mornings. 56 degrees in Clinton and 55 degrees in New Hartford. Taking a look to the south, 54 degrees in Milford, Cooperstown, Lawrence, and in Evanston. We'll reach the 60s again today, but we will start to get a little bit windy. It stays windy through the weekend as this unsettled weather continues, and we'll start to see that wind die down for Monday. The widespread rain does come in tonight, and it continues to be widespread and heavier throughout the day. Saturday will be in the 50s. As for Sunday, just a few light showers, but we're going to be much cooler, just in the 40s for the high temperature, and it's going to be the windiest on Sunday. So if you were going to the breast cancer walk on Sunday, if you're doing anything else outside, I would definitely recommend dressing warmer because it is going to be chilly and windy. So the rain on Saturday, it looks like we are going to be receiving about a half to 3/4 of an inch of rain on Saturday. So more of the rain will fall Saturday. Sunday, we look to be receiving about 1/4 to maybe a little bit over that of an inch of rain for the day on Sunday. So overall, not too much altogether. We are going to cool down though once again to Sunday 40s, Monday just in the low 50s, but then heading into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll warm back up into the 60s. So this cold weather coming in won't last for too long. So for today, some peaks of sunshine are possible. We'll be in the 60s and we will be windy. Tonight, that rain does arrive in after dark, with the low staying in the 50s. And tomorrow we will stay in the 50s for the day with cloudy skies, windy conditions, and widespread rain showers. So today, expect another nice day. We'll be in the 60s. It will be mild, a little bit windy though. And tonight that rain will arrive. We'll be in the 50s. We'll stay in the 50s tomorrow with widespread rain continuing. Light showers continue Sunday, but it's going to be cold and windy. We'll warm back up next week. Steve.
Yeah, look at that. So 66 for a high today, 34 for a low Sunday into Monday. Oof.
Yes, so frost is possible too at some of the nights.
Exactly. So be careful of your plants and everything out there. All right. Well, be sure to like us on Facebook and follow Half Hour. I'm Steve McMurray. Gary wraps up his vacation today.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
So a lot to get to today, but let's start with that forecast. Looks pretty decent today, and then reality sets back in.
Yes, so today it's just going to be windy, but still going to be warmer. And then tomorrow, Sunday, we see some rain and we'll cool down a little bit too.
All right.
So
it is what it is.
Yeah. So let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. We're starting out in the 50s, so we are warmer this morning. 55 degrees in Cooperstown, 53 degrees in Richfield Springs and Whitesboro. Today we'll reach the 60s and we will turn a little bit windy, but we'll stay dry for the day. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The rain looks to hold off until tonight and it will be widespread for tomorrow with just a few showers lingering Sunday, but will cool down a lot and turn windier for Sunday. So today will be warmer in the 60s with some peaks of sunshine. It will be windy though. I will talk a little bit more about the rain this weekend. Coming up, Steve.
All right, Hannah, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, in a primetime Oval Office address last night,
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. We are going to be in the 60s today again, but we'll slowly drop in temperature. 50s tomorrow, 40s on Sunday. And then we'll slowly rise up again, 50s Monday, and then we'll be in the 60s by the middle of next week once again. This is due to a low pressure system that comes in this weekend and it cools us down. Widespread rain comes in tonight and it continues through tomorrow. We will just be seeing light showers Sunday, but it's going to be really chilly and windy with high temperatures just in the 40s. Also, if you are driving around this weekend, the wind may knock down some more of those leaves and the wet leaves may be on the roadways. Just be very careful when driving. It could cause loss of traction to your car. Make sure you give enough distance in between other cars when driving. Steve.
All right, good advice, Hannah. Thank you. With the weather beginning to change, Assemblywoman Mary Ann Buttonshaw announced today that she's kicking off her annual hat and mitten drive. She actually announced it.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
And time now 6:46. Time to welcome the newest member of our Morning Mug Club, brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli. Coming up tomorrow, the Maynard Volunteer Fire Department's annual ham dinner. It's happening from 4 in the afternoon until sold out. Cost is $12 per dinner, and local delivery is available. Dinners include ham, mashed potatoes, raisin sauce, gravy, corn, peas, coleslaw, rolls, and pie. Get yours at the Maynard Fire Department over on 9500 Maynard Drive in Marcy. And you can say hi to Chief Jared Pearl and the crew over there. If you would like to be a member of our Morning Mug Club, our contact information is right there on your screen. And the Morning Mug Club is proudly brought to you each morning by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli in Yorkville.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out mostly cloudy this morning, but we will still be mild and dry throughout most of today. Let's take a look now at downtown Utica. Once again, we're still seeing a few peaks of sunshine coming out from that sunrise, but we are still seeing some stubborn cloud cover this morning. Peaks of sunshine are possible today and will still be on the mild side. We'll also be dry throughout the day. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The rain does look to hold off until tonight, but extra cloud cover does come in, and it does get a little bit windy before that low pressure system makes its way in. Our sky watchers have us in the 50s this morning, so we are a lot warmer than the past couple of mornings. 57 degrees in Verona Beach, 55 degrees in New Hartford, and taking a look to the south, 58 degrees in Morris and 51 degrees in Westford. We'll still be in the 60s for the high temperature today. So Nala and her neighbor Gustavo are super excited about this today. Gustavo was just loving that sunshine yesterday. We are going to continue to see peaks of sunshine today and warmer weather. So Nala and Gustavo are going to like that very much today, as they can still hang out by the window. We are just going to be getting a little bit windy for both today, tomorrow, and the windiest day will be Sunday, and that's due to this unsettled weather. The wind starts to die down into Monday. Widespread rain arrives tonight, looks to be after dark, and it will continue through tomorrow. We are just going to be seeing a few lighter showers Sunday, but it's going to be much cooler Sunday, just in the 40s. It's going to be the windiest day. So if you were going to the breast cancer walk, or if you were doing anything else on Sunday, I would just make sure to dress warmer, because it's going to be chilly and very windy. So the rain on Saturday looks like we are going to be seeing around 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of rain. Then on Sunday, just about 1/4, maybe a little bit over of an inch of rain. So not too much altogether, but it is just going to be a gloomy weekend. The good news is that after we cool down Sunday and Monday, we'll warm back up. So it won't be too long where we're seeing this cooler weather. We'll be back up into the 60s for the middle of next week. So on our Skycast today, we do see some peaks of sunshine. We'll be in the 60s again, so warmer, but it does get a little bit windy. Then tonight after dark, that rain does move in and will drop into the 50s overnight. The widespread rain continues tomorrow and will stay in the 50s tomorrow, and will stay windy tomorrow throughout the day. So today, it should be a nice mild day, just in the 60s, a little bit windy though. Tonight we do see that rain move in and will drop into the 50s. The widespread rain continues tomorrow and will stay in the 50s. We'll drop down in temperature and turn a little bit windier for Sunday with just a few light showers. The good news is that we'll warm up again next week. Steve?
All right, so I have to power through this weekend. Next week, brighter days ahead.
Yes.
All right, thanks a lot, Hannah. Well, shocking video released.
News comes first. This is News Channel 2 at 7 a.m. on CW11.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve McMurray. Gary is off today.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
A lot to get to this morning, but still a pretty decent day today weather-wise before some nasty stuff comes in.
Yes, so it will still be nice today in the 60s, but it will get a little bit windy, and then rain comes in tonight for the weekend.
All right, well, it is what it is,
Yes.
right?
So let's take a look now at the temperatures to start. We're warmer this morning. We're in the 50s, 55 degrees in Cooperstown, 56 degrees in Westmoreland, and we'll stay mild today in the 60s for the high temperature. We'll also stay dry throughout the day. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The rain moving into our area holds off until later tonight. And once it arrives tonight, it will be widespread through tomorrow. Showers continue Sunday, but will really cool down just in the 40s on Sunday, and it will stay windy. So today, expect windy conditions, some peaks of sunshine, highs in the 60s. I will talk more about that rain moving in coming up, Steve.
All right, Hannah, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, developing this morning, 8 local
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with mostly cloudy skies this morning, but today will still be mild and dry. So let's take a look now at downtown Utica. We are seeing some nice colors from that sunrise to start, but we are also still seeing some extra cloud cover. We are mild this morning, and we will stay in the 60s today. We are dry on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 with Doppler radar, and we will be dry for most of today. We are just seeing extra cloud cover and windy conditions starting to pick up due to the unsettled weather expected to come in tonight. But once again, most of the day should be fine and dry for any outdoor activities. Our sky watchers have us in the 50s this morning, so we're pretty mild to start. 51 degrees in Old Forge and in Mohawk. And if we take a look to the south, 51 degrees in Westford and 58 degrees in Morris. We'll reach the 60s today, and we will get windy. Will remain windy for tomorrow with the windiest day on Sunday due to the unsettled weather. But the good news is that once we clear out on Monday, that wind drops down as well. So widespread rain is expected to come in after dark tonight. It continues through tomorrow. Tomorrow it's going to be more widespread and a little bit heavier. As for Sunday, light showers are possible, but it's going to be much cooler, just in the 40s on Sunday, and windy. So if you were going to the breast cancer walk, just make sure you dress warmer for Sunday. So on Saturday, we are expected to receive about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of rain throughout the day. And then on Sunday, just about 1/4, maybe a little bit over, of an inch of rain expected. So not too much rain is expected, but what it will do is it will really drop us in temperature, and we will turn windy. The good news is that this won't last for long. We'll reach the 60s again next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. So on our skycast today, a few peaks of sunshine are possible. We'll reach the mid-60s, and we will be windy with that rain arriving after dark tonight. Overnight lows tonight fall into the 50s, and tomorrow we'll stay in the 50s for the day with that widespread rain and windy conditions continuing. So today, it should be a nice mild day. We'll be in the 60s. It's just going to be windy. Tonight, that rain does come in and will fall into the 50s. We'll stay in the 50s for tomorrow with that widespread rain continuing throughout the day. And it just turns into light showers for Sunday, but will really drop in temperature on Sunday. We'll be in the 40s, and it will be the windiest of these next few days. We'll start to dry out on Monday, but we'll still be chilly. And we'll warm up next week to above average temperatures. Once again, highs are going to be in the 60s. Just Hannah Evans. We are tracking dry conditions for the rest of today, and it's pretty nice, but it is windy outside. Let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Our area is dry, but there is unsettled weather just around us. This is due to a low pressure moving in from up the coast, and that will bring in rain tonight. So right now our temperatures are in the 60s, 62 degrees being measured at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome, but we are pretty windy. We're looking at a wind speed right now at just around 10 miles per hour. And we do see that rain arrive tonight from that low pressure system. It will be widespread for tomorrow, with just showers on Sunday, but we cool down a lot and will still be windy, so it's going to feel pretty chilly on Sunday especially. So today, expect partly sunny skies before that rain moves in. We'll stay in the 60s, and I will talk more about this rain moving in. Coming up, Katrina.
Thank you so much, Hannah.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking some sunshine this afternoon, but the weather is turning unsettled and a little bit windy. So let's take a look now at downtown Utica. We can see now cloud cover, but we're also seeing a few peaks of sunshine. It is warmer, but it's pretty windy for this afternoon. Now, our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar shows our area completely dry, but we're seeing rain to the east of us and to the west of us. That's due to this low pressure system moving in from the south. That's what's bringing in this extra cloud cover that we're seeing, along with these really windy conditions. As we can see, the wind speed is coming out of the south as well. Our skywatchers have us mostly in the 60s this afternoon, though, so we are warm like yesterday. We have 58 degrees in Old Forge, 64 degrees in Ilion, and 62 degrees in Clinton. So we will stay in the 60s today. We'll drop into the 50s tonight as that rain does move in. So I know Nala and her neighbor Gustavo are enjoying still the warmer weather and the peaks of sunshine that they are getting. This was Gustavo soaking up that sunshine yesterday, but we are going to be seeing clouds move in and the rain move in as well. So they're a little bit upset about that, so they'll enjoy what they can today. We will stay windy for tomorrow and Sunday due to this unsettled weather, but the good news is that we look to see the rain move out for Monday and that wind dies down as well to just a breeze. So what's going to happen is that the rain comes in tonight after dark. It will be widespread and heavier tomorrow as we drop into the 50s. Lighter showers on Sunday, but our temperature still drops into the 40s, and it's going to be windier into Sunday. So Sunday, if you were going to the breast cancer walk, just make sure you dress warmer because it's going to be just in the 40s and it's going to be windy at that time as well. So it looks like on Saturday we see about a half to 3/4 of an inch of rainfall. Then on Sunday, just about a quarter, maybe a little bit over of an inch of rainfall. So more rain does fall tomorrow compared to Sunday, but it's going to be cooler and windier on Sunday. As for today, we are going to be seeing still a few peaks of sunshine with extra cloud cover. We'll stay in the 60s and we'll stay windy. Tonight we'll drop into the 50s and we will be seeing that rain come in just after dark tonight. It will be widespread through tonight and into the day tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll stay in the 50s for the day and we'll stay windy as well. So tomorrow, if you are going to be outside for anything, grab that umbrella and the rain jacket. Today, though, we'll stay dry, just windy, peaks of sunshine, and in the 60s, we'll fall into the 50s tonight as that rain develops, and we'll stay in the 50s for tomorrow with rain throughout the day and wind. Light showers continue for Sunday, but it is going to be windy and a lot cooler. The good news is that we'll warm up again for the middle of next week. Katrina.
Thank you, Hannah. 4 people have been charged with stealing half hour. Once again, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
We are tracking dry weather once again today, but it is getting a little bit windy ahead of unsettled weather making its way in. Here's a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Our area is dry and we are seeing some peaks of sunshine as well, but it is unsettled around us. We are expected to see rain moving in after dark tonight, and it will be widespread for tomorrow. It's still warmer today. We are measuring 62 degrees for the temperature at the Rivers Park Airport in Rome, but it is windy. We have a wind speed coming in at around 10 miles per hour at this point. So the rain looks to arrive after dark tonight, and it will be widespread and heavier tomorrow. We see light showers Sunday, but the main thing about Sunday is it's going to get windier and it's going to be a lot cooler with highs just in the 40s on Sunday. So today we're in the 60s. We see a few peaks of sunshine, but it stays windy, and I will talk a little bit more about that rain moving in tonight coming up. Katrina.
Thank you, Hannah. And with that cooler weather.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking more clouds than sun this afternoon, and it is getting a little bit windy. So let's take a look now at downtown Utica. We are starting to see some extra cloud cover move in, along with those windy conditions picking up, and that is ahead of unsettled weather that is expected to move in this evening. Here's a look now at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Dry conditions for all of us for the rest of the day, it looks like, but we are turning a little bit unsettled. We're seeing some extra cloud cover cover moving in. We're also seeing wind picking up, and there is rain to the west and to the east of us due to that low pressure system that's making its way in. So the rain looks to arrive tonight. So for the rest of today, we will be dry and warmer in the 60s mostly. We have 58 degrees in Old Forge, 64 degrees in Ilion, and 62 degrees in Clinton. It stays windy now for tomorrow and Sunday, but the good news is as this unsettled weather moves out for Monday, that wind dies down as well. So it looks like the widespread heavier rain will occur for tomorrow. We'll be in the 50s. Sunday, lighter showers are expected, but it's going to be cooler and windier. We will be seeing very windy conditions Sunday with highs just in the 40s. So if you were going to the breast cancer walk, definitely dress a little bit warmer for Sunday. Tomorrow we are going to be receiving about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of rain throughout the day. Then on top of that for Sunday, just about 1/4, maybe a little bit over of an inch of rain for Sunday. So more rainfalls tomorrow, but still some light showers and cooler conditions for Sunday. Will really drop down in temperature just to the 40s for the high temperature. Monday just near 50 degrees for the high temperature. But heading into the middle of next week, we warm up quickly, so that cold spell doesn't last for long. We'll be back into the 60s for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Before the rest of today, clouds move in. It gets pretty windy, and that rain comes in after dark tonight. It will be widespread for tonight and into tomorrow. Tomorrow will stay in the 50s for the day with that rain continuing, along with those windy conditions and cloudy skies. So today, expect the rest of the day to be dry. We're just windy. We're seeing some cloud cover moving in as well. And tonight will drop to the 50s with that rain developing. And as for tomorrow, we'll stay in the 50s for the day. Widespread rain continues throughout the day along with those windy conditions. It gets windier heading into Sunday. We really cool down as well with highs just in the 40s for Sunday with those windy conditions and light showers. Will warm up next week. Katrina.
Thank you so much, Hannah. Anticipation is building
To our weekend with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
So the million-dollar question is, can we get a dry evening? And I think the answer is going to be yes.
Does that mean we give you $1 million? How does that work?
Well, I think so. I've got some a trip coming up, so I could use it. So we're looking at some pretty nice weather here for the high school football games. Some showers late, but I think it'll be after the games. Temperatures in the 50s. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We've got some rain approaching from the west, but again, it's moving slowly enough where I think a lot of it arrives after about 8, 9 o'clock this evening. And when it does arrive, it's going to be steady and widespread. Current temperature 64 degrees. It's mild out there. What we're tracking, again, that rain arriving tonight, and it's a breezy one tomorrow. The rain's going to stick around. We've got some cooler temperatures heading into the weekend, but then a warm-up. Temperatures kind of acting like a roller coaster here over the next couple of days. Mostly cloudy skies this evening. Temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s. We're tracking rainfall totals and what the weekend looks like, how chilly it looks, and that's coming up. Kristen, back over to you.
Focus Economy, Griffiths International.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're tracking widespread rain returning, unfortunately, just in time for the weekend. And it looks like Saturday and Sunday will both be washouts, or at least very close to a washout, with the steadier rain falling on Saturday compared to Sunday. Both days will be a lot cooler than today. A high tomorrow of 56, and then Sunday, a high of only 44. So some chilly weather settles in. It won't last, though. We do see a warm-up as we look ahead. But again, for the weekend, if you're looking to get out and enjoy the mid-fall weather, unfortunately, it's not looking to cooperate. We're not going to expect conditions like today. The live look outside, keeping an eye on rainfall to the west. It's starting to rain in Syracuse, but this is moving very slowly east. Eventually, the rain gets here tonight, and it's going to last for most of Saturday. Clouds thickening up. We've seen some breaks of sunshine today, and it's turned out to be a pretty warm afternoon. It's a live look in downtown Utica looking to the east. Fall colors have come out, and it's near peak in the Mohawk Valley in lower elevations. But with some wind and rain, the leaves are going to be coming off the trees. And if you do have to do some raking, over the next couple of days. Again, the weekend is not looking great. I think next week is going to be the time to do that. If you have the time during the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even Friday look to be pretty quiet with generally dry and warmer weather returning to central New York. Temperatures this evening, again, pretty mild. Westmoreland, 65 degrees. Whitesboro, 65. Little Falls, 63. Across the Southern Valley, Geneva, 61. Cooperstown, 64. And Sherburne with 63. An area of low pressure approaching from the west will transfer its energy to the coast and redevelop as what we call a nor'easter. And no, it's not necessarily going to bring snow to central New York. It's just the name given to the track of the storm. It will be cold, though, but not cold enough for snow in central New York. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Increasing clouds, rain developing overnight. Temperatures start out in the mid-50s Saturday morning. Scattered showers around in the morning. The rain becomes steadier in the afternoon and also breezy with temperatures falling into the low 50s. Scattered showers continue Saturday night as well as Sunday. We start out Sunday with a steadier rain. Rain does come to an end, but it looks chilly with temperatures only in the low 40s. Rainfall totals through the weekend. Many of us pick up about a ½ inch of rain, so it's not really heavy, but it's that persistent rain that'll last most of the weekend. Rain develops tonight, low 52. Tomorrow, periods of rain, breezy, temperatures in the mid-50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast, chilly Sunday, 44. Monday, some sunshine, up to 51, and it really warms up next week. We're into the mid-60s again as we look ahead to Wednesday. Coming up in a few minutes, we're talking about how the wet leaves can impact driving and how much longer it takes to stop.
Right. I was going to say, sometimes it's like ice.
Yeah.
We don't want to be thinking about ice right now, but it's not Bill with the bad news. Federal forecasters have released a winter outlook with potential wild cards. Karen Kafa reports on where to seek snow and where to seek sunshine.
Winter will be wetter and warmer in parts of the U.S. thanks to El Nino, a natural ocean and weather pattern in the tropical Pacific.
What typically can happen in those cases is that the U.S. And Alaska is impacted by much more air of Pacific Ocean origin, which is generally warmer.
That forecast, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA. But John Gottschalk of NOAA's Climate Prediction Center says you should still unpack the winter coats.
There will be certainly periods of below normal temperatures. There'll be those Arctic outbreaks. What we're saying basically is more that there may be less of them and of shorter duration potentially this year.
And the snow boots. El Nino brings the potential for more precipitation, especially in the northeast where it could deliver 2 or 3 major snowstorms. And above average precipitation as rain, snow, or icy mix that's forecast from the plains to the southwest could be welcomed after a summer of extreme drought.
Overall, it could be very much a needed benefit relief for the drought conditions that are occurring in those areas.
Looking back on hallmarks of recent El Nino winters, the 2018-19 season saw the wettest winter on record for the U.S. mainland, according to NOAA, and a very strong El Nino during the 2015-16 winter contributed to the warmest winter on record for the U.S. mainland. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Coming up, a Clinton native opens an entertainment store.
Let's get you back over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. Now, this is a great graphic. I thought it really establishes how slippery things can get.
Yeah, so we're going to see our first widespread rainfall since a lot of the leaves are coming down on the trees, off the trees. And when the roads get wet and leaves are on them, it takes a lot longer to stop. On dry roads, it's about 80 feet of stopping distance for a normal car going 40 miles an hour. But when the roads are wet and there's leaves, it could be more than 3 times longer. So this is just something to keep in mind as we head into the late fall season, as the leaves come down, as the rain arrives. The roads are going to be extra slippery in some spots, especially where it's very leaf covered. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're tracking rain that'll be moving in from the west tonight. Temperatures will be pretty mild as we head throughout the course of this evening. It is dry this evening if you're looking to take the dog out for a walk. The weather should cooperate. Tonight's featured dog is Jesse from Clinton. And if you want to be part of this, head to Bill's Buddies on Facebook. We're taking a look at a wet and cooler weekend. Look at the forecast coming out. Back over to you.
Bill, thank you. High school students in Cooperstown learn first.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. A warm day today. The weather is going to turn just in time for the weekend. Unfortunately, for many of us that are looking to get out this weekend, it's not looking great weather-wise. Rain is knocking on our doorstep. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Widespread rain now approaching Syracuse, but it's moving slowly. This is a 1-hour radar loop, how things have changed in the past hour. And you can see this area of rain is moving towards us, but it's not moving very quickly. I think it'll take about another 3 to 4 hours for this rain to really approach central New York. So high school football should start out dry for most areas, with rain gradually moving in towards the tail end of games. Interesting note, a lot of folks sending in pictures of plants that are not normally in bloom this time of the year. This is Marcia Ferga in Chadwick's saying this is the first time she's ever seen lilacs in her area blooming. I know there's different types of lilacs that can bloom beyond the spring, but she's not the only one. We've been getting a lot of reports of spring plants blooming now, and the only explanation that I can think of is just the warm weather that we've been having this fall, especially the 80s that we saw in early October, and of course now we're getting into the 60s. I think that might be tricking some of the plants across central New York. A live look in downtown Oneonta. Mostly cloudy skies across the region. We're not going to see too much sunshine over the next couple of days, but we should see some breaks early next week. We do have some frost chances ahead. We're going from the milder weather today to some chillier weather over the weekend, and there will be an increased chance for frost Sunday night, but especially Monday night. Skywatchers checking in. Bob in Clinton, 65. Mohawk, Jeff, 64 degrees. Bill in Old Forge with 59. MJ in Sequoia, 61. And Deb in Hartwick with 60 degrees. Low pressure to the west will transfer energy to the coast. This storm system moves up the Atlantic coast and brings widespread rain to the area. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, the rain arrives tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the low 50s. On Saturday, we start out with rain, and I think most of Saturday looks wet. Morning time, the rain will be hit or miss, but the afternoon, the rain becomes steadier and more widespread. The winds pick up, and it turns colder. Tomorrow night, widespread rain. Sunday morning, rain in the morning, followed by drier weather in the afternoon. Look at these temperatures, only in the low 40s, so chilly heading into Sunday afternoon. Rainfall totals between Saturday and Sunday, about a ½ inch of rain, with most of it falling on Saturday. Rain develops tonight, low 52. Tomorrow, looking at periods of rain and breezy conditions, temperatures in the mid-50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. A chilly one Sunday, 44, but we're back into the 50s on Monday. Temperatures make a climb to the mid-60s again by Wednesday, with generally dry weather and cloudy weather as we head into next week. We'll be right back.
High school football on tap. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Yeah, we've been keeping a close eye on the radar this evening because there was the chance of some rain for high school football games. Not to start, but maybe to end. It looks like showers will be arriving late. Temperatures will be in the 50s. A mild evening across central New York, but you can see rain knocking on our doorstep. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. That rain is very slowly moving east, and it's going to take a couple more hours for it to arrive. Before it does so, again, just a very mild evening here in central New York. Current temperature is 63 degrees. What we're tracking, rain arrives tonight. It's going to be around for most of the weekend, and the rain looks widespread, and the breeze kicks up as we head throughout the day tomorrow. And some cooler weather arrives for the weekend, especially Sunday. Sunday looks to be a chilly day, and then we start to warm up. So a little bit of a roller coaster ride temperature-wise throughout the next 7 days. This evening, it's mild. Temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s. We're tracking rainfall amounts throughout the weekend. A closer look at the timing of that, too, when that's coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Focus Economy, Griffiths International.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
A mild and generally pleasant day today with some breaks of sunshine. This weather is not going to stick around into the weekend. For those of you that are looking to get out and enjoy fall colors, it's going to be tough. I'm looking at widespread rain both Saturday and Sunday. The rain looks heavier Saturday compared to Sunday. Look at these temperatures. We're in the mid-50s tomorrow and only in the mid-40s on Sunday. In addition to the rain, there will be breezy conditions from the west both days, with the winds slightly higher Saturday afternoon. We're tracking a wall of water to the west. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's moving slowly. This is how things have changed in the past hour. You can see the leading edge of the precipitation very slowly moving east. It will take time, thinking at least 2 to 3 more hours before that leading edge of rain arrives in Utica and into the Mohawk Valley. So for high school football games, I think most of them will be fine, maybe just some rain towards the tail end of them. It's a live look in downtown Utica, mostly cloudy skies, mild conditions, and the fall colors have really come out across the Mohawk Valley. We're looking at peak color this weekend in the lower elevations. The higher elevations north and south of the Mohawk Valley are now considered past peak. And if you have to do some cleanup, if the leaves are coming down and you need to rake them, again, the weekend does not look great for that with clouds and rain. Monday's weather looks more favorable. We'll get a chance to dry out. Take a look at this picture. This is from Chadwick's, from Marcia, seeing lilacs blooming. And she's not the only one. We've been getting a lot of reports of spring flowers in bloom now. And yes, it is unusual to see that. A lot of this is caused by stress in the plants, and we think it's related to the warm fall that we've had and the fact that a lot of places, at least in parts of the Mohawk Valley, have not had that hard freeze yet. Skywatchers, Middleville 63, West Leyden 54 across the southern valleys, Hartwick, Deb with 60 degrees, and Jason in Newport with 63. Low pressure develops to the from the west. Moving in, this is going to transfer its energy to the coast, becoming what's called a nor'easter for the track of the low, and it indeed will bring a cold rain to central New York, but no snow. Tonight, overnight lows drop down into the mid-50s. Rain becomes widespread. Showers around first thing Saturday morning. The rain becomes steadier throughout the day. The winds pick up, and it gets colder. Rain continues Saturday night. And it looks wet Sunday, especially early in the day. We do get a chance to dry out Sunday afternoon, but look at these temperatures in the low 40s. Total rainfall about 1/2 inch, so widespread steady soaking rain, but not really heavy. Rain develops tonight down to 52. Tomorrow, cloudy skies, periods of rain, breezy, 56 for the high. It's chilly Sunday, only 44. But the rain comes to an end on Monday, 51 degrees for the high. And it looks pleasant, and it turns warmer as we head into next week with highs back into the mid-60s by Wednesday. We'll be right back.
Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Good evening, Bill.
Good evening, Jason. Good evening, everyone. We are tracking pretty mild conditions tonight as rain continues to move in from the west. Going to bed, you may not need the heat first thing in the morning. I know we've had some chilly mornings lately, but overnight lows in the 50s will kind of take the edge off. And again, we do expect rain to continue to move in. Rain continues to move in from the west tonight, becoming widespread as we head into the weekend. The breeze kicks up tomorrow, and cooler weather arrives. In fact, we're seeing a big swing in the temperatures here over the next 7 days, with cooler temperatures over the weekend, contrasting that with warmer temperatures early next week. Rain develops tonight, overnight low of 52. And we're tracking the rainfall totals across the region over the weekend. Look at the forecast is coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. The case.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. Central New York's most dependable weather team. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We have an unsettled weekend ahead. Clouds, rain expected both Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, the rain will be heavier than Sunday, but Sunday temperatures will be cooler. Both days feature a breeze, especially Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon from the west. So if you're looking to get outdoors and enjoy the fall color, it's going to be pretty tough to do so here. We are looking at peak color in the Mohawk Valley, and I think this will last into early next week. So you do still have some time, even with a wet weekend ahead. The Adirondacks and higher elevation south are now considered past peak. And if you are looking to clean up those falling leaves, again, the weather doesn't cooperate this weekend, but there will be chances next week. The weather does look to dry out and warm up beginning on Monday. As we head into the middle of the week, temperatures should be a lot more comfortable, very similar to what we saw today. The warm weather that we've been having this fall has kind of tricked some of the plants. This picture from Marcia in Chadwicks, the lilacs in bloom. And she's not the only one noticing this. A lot of reports of some of the spring flowers coming out. And again, I think this has to do with stress on the plant. Some of that warmer weather confusing some of the plants across the region. We also haven't had a hard frost yet in the Mohawk Valley. With rain falling this weekend and with the leaves coming down, just a reminder that wet roads that are leaf covered can be dangerous. In fact, it could take 3 times longer to stop in these conditions compared to dry roads. It could take as much as 250 feet driving at 40 miles an hour. So it's just something to keep in mind as you're traveling across central New York this weekend. As we look at the radar and satellite image, again, low pressure moves in from the west, and this is going to redevelop as a nor'easter along the Atlantic seaboard and bring us that rain and cooler temperatures throughout the weekend. Tonight, rain continues. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-50s. Tomorrow, scattered showers in the morning. A steadier rain develops in the afternoon and evening. Look at the temperatures here. We cool down throughout the afternoon as the winds pick up. Temperatures in the low 50s by 4 p.m. Heading into tomorrow night, scattered showers continue. A rainy start to Sunday. It's chilly too, only in the low 40s. The rain does come to an end later in the day, but again, Sunday, a chilly afternoon. Rainfall expected between Saturday and Sunday, averaging about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch across the entire area, with more of it falling on Saturday compared to Sunday. So that's a soaking rain, but that wouldn't be enough to cause any significant flooding, although do watch out for poor drainage areas and leaf-clogged storm drains. Always something we got to watch this time of the year. Rain develops tonight down to 52. Tomorrow, we're looking at periods of rain throughout the day, breezy, temperatures in the mid-50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather does dry out next week. We're looking at highs in the low 50s on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. It warms back up. We're into the mid-60s Wednesday afternoon with cloudy skies heading into the end of the week.
Bill, thank you. Coming up next, a behind-the-scenes look at the forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. Good evening, Bill.
Good evening, Jason. Good evening, everyone. We are tracking pretty mild conditions tonight as rain continues to move in from the west. Going to bed, you may not need the heat first thing in the morning. I know we've had some chilly mornings lately, but overnight lows in the 50s will kind of take the edge off. And again, we do expect rain to continue to move in. Rain continues to move in from the west tonight, becoming widespread as we head into the weekend. The breeze kicks up tomorrow and cooler weather arrives. In fact, we're seeing a big swing in the temperatures here over the next 7 days with cooler temperatures over the weekend, contrasting that with warmer temperatures early next week. Rain develops tonight, overnight low of 52. And we're tracking the rainfall totals across the region over the weekend. Look at the forecast is coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. The case.
Central New York's most dependable weather team. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We have an unsettled weekend ahead. Clouds, rain expected both Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, the rain will be heavier than Sunday, but Sunday temperatures will be cooler. Both days feature a breeze, especially Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon from the west. So if you're looking to get outdoors and enjoy the fall color, it's going to be pretty tough to do so here. We are looking at peak color in the Mohawk Valley, and I think this will last into early next week. So you do still have some time, even with a wet weekend ahead. The Adirondacks and higher elevation south are now considered past peak. And if you are looking to clean up those falling leaves, again, the weather doesn't cooperate this weekend, but there will be chances next week. The weather does look to dry out and warm up beginning on Monday. As we head into the middle of the week, temperatures should be a lot more comfortable, very similar to what we saw today. The warm weather that we've been having this fall has kind of tricked some of the plants. This picture from Marcia in Chadwicks, the lilacs in bloom. And she's not the only one noticing this. A lot of reports of some of the spring flowers coming out. And again, I think this has to do with stress on the plant. Some of that warmer weather confusing some of the plants across the region. We also haven't had a hard frost yet in the Mohawk Valley. With rain falling this weekend and with the leaves coming down, just a reminder that wet roads that are leaf covered can be dangerous. In fact, it could take 3 times longer to stop in these conditions compared to dry roads. It could take as much as 250 feet driving at 40 miles an hour. So just something to keep in mind as you're traveling across central New York this weekend. As we look at the radar and satellite image, again, low pressure moves in from the west, and this is going to redevelop as a nor'easter along the Atlantic seaboard and bring us that rain and cooler temperatures throughout the weekend. Tonight, rain continues. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-50s. Tomorrow, scattered showers in the morning. A steadier rain develops in the afternoon and evening. Look at the temperatures here. We cool down throughout the afternoon as the winds pick up. Temperatures in the low 50s by 4 p.m. Heading into tomorrow night, scattered showers continue. A rainy start to Sunday. It's chilly too, only in the low 40s. The rain does come to an end later in the day, but again, Sunday, a chilly afternoon. Rainfall expected between Saturday and Sunday, averaging about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch across the entire area, with more of it falling on Saturday compared to Sunday. So that's a soaking rain, but that wouldn't be enough to cause any significant flooding, although do watch out for poor drainage areas and leaf-clogged storm drains. Always something we got to watch this time of the year. Rain develops tonight down to 52. Tomorrow, we're looking at periods of rain throughout the day, breezy, temperatures in the mid-50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather does dry out next week. We're looking at highs in the low 50s on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it warms back up. We're into the mid-60s Wednesday afternoon.